What's up, everybody, and welcome back to CountryCast. So we recently discussed the controversy and backlash that is currently surrounding Blake Shelton ever since the release of his new single titled Minimum Wage. Blake released his new song on New Year's Eve night during NBC's New Year's Eve special. Blake not only released just the song, but the music video as well. And according to Taste of Country, Blake's new song focuses on the love that he has for his fiancée, Gwen Stefani. But that's not the controversy. That's not the backlash. It's actually the lyrical content within the song, a particular lyrical line and a particular analogy that fans caught on to. That particular line and particular analogy states, "Girl, your love can make a man feel rich on minimum wage." And once folks heard that, it didn't take long. Many turned to social media where they let out their frustrations for that analogy and the lyrical content of the song and made it clear that it was just not the right time and insensitive to the current state of affairs that we are facing not only in the world but in the US when it comes to financial concerns. People have lost their jobs, became unemployed during this pandemic that we are seeing. And not only just that, many people pointed out that Blake Shelton is very rich and very wealthy and that he probably wouldn't even understand what it would be like to be on minimum wage. But there were also several folks who were on the positive side of the song and did not feel that it was insensitive or in any way directly impactful to the folks that may be going through just that. In fact, many were very impressed at how good the song actually was. And for those out there who may not be very familiar on just how this industry works, I'm here to tell you it's not always rainbows and sunshine. It's actually a very difficult business to get into, especially to make it to the big time. Being an artist, a musician, a songwriter, or what have you takes a lot of time, and it doesn't just come overnight. There's a lot of hard work that is put into this. Many of these artists have held multiple jobs, living out of their cars, their vans, studio apartments, you name it. Many of them have been down on their luck at times and have really worked hard and persevered to get where they are. So a lot of the folks that were positive about this and seeing that Blake may really know what it's like to be on minimum wage, that could very well be the case. Now, speaking of folks who actually had Blake Shelton's back, it wasn't only fans, it was also fellow country artists. That country artist is Ronnie Dunn from Brooks and Dunn. He turned to social media as well, where he let everyone know just where he stood on this topic. Here is what Ronnie Dunn had to say. Ronnie Dunn says, "The beef is yet another of those misguided social issue cultural scams that are concocted to further divide this country. I'm putting my money on the common sense of the common man to call bullshit on the forces at work to keep this country divided. Now they want to attack country singers for being successful. I slept on a mattress on the floor in a musician friend's spare bedroom and played beer joints, dive bars for years before I ever made $100. Most country singers pay dues and go through things to become successful that no sane human being would. I grew up poor. My father was a truck driver, avid country music fan, and oil field worker all of his life. My mother worked a minimum wage job as a small town bank teller to help support a family with 4 kids. The entire world wants to hitch a free ride on the American dream. Those that don't want to diminish or destroy it. Read the full lyrics to Blake's song. Hell, I wish I'd written it. Signed, American-made, country music singing, songwriting millionaire sumbitch." I think it's safe to say that Ronnie Dunn definitely has Blake's back and is pointing out a lot of things that many folks may not even think about because all they see is the fame and glory. But again, I'm telling you, this business is not always the nice business to be in. It is very tough to become as big and successful as Blake is or as Brooks and Dunn was. The music industry really takes a lot of hard work, effort, and time and motivation to get to that level. Blake Shelton made sure to shout out back to Ronnie Dunn after the support, and even Sammy Hagar showed support for Blake Shelton. Blake tweets out, "When your fans Ronnie Dunn and Sammy Hagar have your back, it's gonna be a good year. Bring it on 2021. The timing of the song, it could be questioned right now, especially where we are currently at in the United States with this pandemic and what a lot of folks have gone through. But I don't think that there was any malice intent behind Blake or the songwriters on that specific song to make it uncomfortable for anyone to ring in the new year. However, that is what is currently happening right now, and Blake Shelton has heard a lot of negative about the song, as well as the positive. Now, the question becomes is, will the song be released as a recorded version, a studio version, or will they decide to hold back on the release of it? But clearly there are other artists that are coming in his corner right now, backing him for the song. Blake Shelton he's a great country music artist, and there's no doubt about it, and many folks do have the respect for Blake. And again, I don't think this was anything intentionally done, but many folks took it as an insensitive time for the release of that song, especially to ring in this new year. But guys, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and let me hear what you think about Ronnie Dunn, because that man don't give a damn, and he sure let folks know exactly where he stands. And Brooks and Dunn has always been a treat to have in country music, Ronnie Dunn being definitely someone that we have looked up to for a lot of years in this business. But that'll be it for today's video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Turn those notifications on as well so you never miss out on any breaking updates on your favorite country artist and all the news coming right out of Music City. Y'all stay country.